Hi, can anyone confirm if I'm audible? Can confirm it in the chat box. Hi, am I audible? Can anyone confirm it in the chat box? Okay, thank you. So, welcome to the day 5 of the session. On the on the request of many of you, and on the discussion I had with team AB, so we will be conducting a session on motor TP numericals today. I think it was the most in demand topic for most of you. So I am not a faculty or I'm not a subject matter expert of motor third party, but because it was required from all of you, so I have tried learning it from the experts who are dealing in TP claims since a very long time. So I thought why I should not share the same with you all and try to solve as many questions as possible so that TP numericals will certainly be there in the examination this time. So it's just an effort to do something which I'm not very good at. So please help me out in the session if I'm stuck somewhere. Okay. So with this, we are starting off with the day 5. So before we start, again a disclaimer. This is for educational purpose only. As I have already mentioned that I'm not the subject matter expert. So don't try implementing it as it is in your professional this thing. So this will not be the right advice if you just follow it and apply it professionally. You have to take the permissions, the expertise from the people working in the departments to be very precise when you are actually implementing this in your office. But from examination point of view, we'll be covering the topic so that the questions that will be coming in the exams can be solved very easily. So basically, the calculation part or the questions in the exam will come on the two case laws. One is the Sarla-Verma case and the other is the Pranay-City case. Okay. So first let us understand what is Sarla-Verma case law and what is the Pranay-City case law. The purpose of these case law is just to calculate the compensation that should be paid in case of a third party death. What we'll be covering in today's session is the third party death compensation claims calculation. Okay. So the Sarla Verma case gave two multipliers or two factors that is to be used at the time of dealing with a motor third party claim. Okay. So this table is called age multiplier. One second. Where is my mouse? One second. Yes, got it. So this first table is called age multiplier. Okay, so we can find some age brackets written here. This thing you have to memorize. So it starts with 18. Say for example, if he or she is a young person, we will have to take 18 as the multiplier between 18 to 25. Then it is a sequence: 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Up to 13 it is a sequence. Okay, then it is alternate numbers: 11, 9, 7, 5. So you have to start with 18 and you have to go up till 5. After 13 there is a gap. Okay, so you will have to memorize this thing, and here it is very simple. Only the first bracket is of 11 years, rest all is of 5 years. Say 15 to 25, Then 26 to 30, you have to remember only these things. The rest all will come automatically. 15, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, like this. It will go up to 70. So after 70, there is no multiplier. I will tell you what this multiplier is, how to use it. But just for the beginning, let us memorize these things. Okay, so it will be like 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, and then start skipping. After 13, start skipping. 11, 9, 7, 5. And the 18 will be for the youngest one, which is 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Like this, it will go up to 70. So this age multiplier thing, I hope it is clear. Next thing that was given by Sarla Verma case law was the personal expense. So if suppose I am earning, or if any a person is earning, he will be certainly spending some amount on his own expenses. That those expenses are called personal expenses. So this is a multiplier, and this is a kind of a deduction that is to be made while calculating the claim. Suppose if a person is a bachelor and only parents are dependents on him, say for example, old mother and father are dependent on him, or only mother is dependent on him, then we will take 1/2 as a personal expense factor. So say for example, if the salary is 50,000 rupees, we will assume that half salary he is spending on himself. So 25,000 rupees is spending on himself. Again, in case of a bachelor, if there are parents and siblings, mostly now there is some confusion whether the siblings are earning or they should be younger. For examination point of view, let us assume that the siblings are the younger and they are also dependent on this bachelor who was earning. Okay. So in that case, the personal expenses that will be factored out will be 1/3. For example, if a person is earning 90,000, then we will assume that he is spending 30,000 on his own personal expenses and the remaining 60,000 on the parents and siblings. You can simply remember it like this. Suppose if there are parents and siblings, there will be 3 people, then it will be 1/3. When only bachelor and parents, then there are two parties, then it will be 1/2. Okay, now coming to the married person, if a person is married and the number of dependents are 2 to 3, we will start from 1/3. See, this value and this value is same. Okay, so 1/3, it will start 1/3. If member are from 4 to 6, then it is 1/4. And if there are more than 6 dependents on him, say for example, if a person is earning and mother, father, his wife, and 3 kids are there, so it will be more than 6. If more than 6 people are depending on him, then the factor will be 1/5. It means if he is earning 1 lakh, he will be only spending 20,000 on his own personal expenses and 80,000 will be for the family. Right? I hope the table is clear up to this point. This is according to the Sarla Verma case law. Okay. Now, what is Pranay Sethi? Most of the time we hear the words Pranay Sethi, calculated by the Pranay Sethi case law. So there was a case law which is known as National Insurance versus Pranay Sethi case. Okay. Now in this case law, the judgment was from the 5 bench judges, and you can also remember this date if they are asking, 31/10/2017. Now this case law gave 2 more things to the calculation. They said there will be some future prospects of every person. Right? Suppose if I am earning, say for example, 40,000 today, after 10 years I might earn 50,000 a month. After 10 years I might earn 60,000 a month. So salary and expenses will keep on an increasing mode. So there will be some future prospect for every person, right? One more thing is the non-pecuniary damages. So court also said that there will be some non-pecuniary damages like loss of estate, there will be some funeral expenses. Now these are the fixed charges. We will be coming to it in the second part of this slide. First, let us understand this thing, future prospects. So the case law said if a person is of the age below 40 and if he is salaried person, suppose if he is working in a government sector or if he is working in a well-established private sector where he is earning a continuous regular income from past few years and he is having all the salary slips, ITR, everything in place, then 50% should be added to his salary for the future prospects. Okay. So suppose if a person is of age 30, then we will be adding 50%. For example, if the salary is 1 lakh, we will take it as 1,50,000 rupees. Okay. So it will be 1.5 times. If he is in the age bracket of 40 to 50, then it will be 30% extra. So it will become 1,30,000 in case of a 1 lakh salary. In case if he is of the age from 50 to 60, then it will be only 15%. Okay. Now, what if a person is self-employed? Suppose if he is a businessman, or if he is a vegetable vendor, or if he is into any kind of business where there is no salary slip or no specific set of things to check. So in that case, the future prospects will always be there. We will have to consider something for him also. So if he is below 40, the future prospects will be 40%. If he is 40 to 50, then 25%. And if he is more than 50 years of age and less than 60, it will be 10%. Right. So how do we remember this thing? So for government employee, you assume a government employee in your mind and you take it, start from 50. So it's 50, then 30, then 15. Okay, it will keep reducing. And for self-employed, you can minus 10, 50 minus 10, it will be 40. And on the remaining two, you can subtract 5. Okay. So it will be 40, 25 and 10%. I hope things are clear up to this point. How to use it, I will be coming to it. For now, just try to memorize that future prospects for a government employee or for a salaried person in a MNC, it will be 50, then 30, then 15. And for a self-employed, it will be 40, 25 and 10. If you cannot remember these things, just subtract 5 from the below tables. 30 minus 5, 25, 15 minus 5, 10. Okay, done. Now coming to the last factor, last thing that is to be taken care is non-pecuniary damages. So for non-pecuniary damages, we pay loss of estate flat 15,000 rupees, loss of consortium 40,000 rupees flat, and it is to be made only to the, if a disease is the married person, and funeral expenses of flat 15,000 rupees. Now, in exams, questions may come like this, that they will tell you, okay, you take non-pecuniary damages as 30,000 rupees for a bachelor, you take non-pecuniary damages as 70,000 rupees for a married person. Or the question may also be like this without considering non-pecuniary damages. Okay, so in that case, you can avoid this table, but let us memorize it, because if the question comes like this, you have to consider non-pecuniary damages, then you need to remember this table. But 99% the question will mention that you take non-pecuniary damages as rupees 30,000 or 70,000. Most probably it should be there. Okay. So any questions, any doubt up to this point before we proceed? Okay. I believe things are clear. If there is any doubt, you can post it in the chat box and I can check it. So next thing is how to calculate. Okay, so how do we calculate the compensation? Now this is the core of the things of the third party calculation. First, now there are two ways to do it. This way is suggested by a friend who is working in the department. What he do is, first thing that he do is he take the monthly income. Let us focus on this table first with future prospects. Monthly income, then add the future prospects of 50%. So the income will become 15,000 rupees. We added 50% to the 10,000. Then reduce the personal expenses. You have to reduce 1/3 for a bachelor, for example, with 2 dependents, mother and sister. So you can find out 1/3 of 15,000, reduce 1/3 of 15,000, or you can multiply it by 2/3. Say if I want to reduce 1/3, in other sense, it can also mean that I can add 2/3. So just multiply 15,000 by 2 by 3 and you will get this answer. Or simpler way is 15,000 ka 1/3 is 5,000 rupees. You deduct 5,000 from this and you will get the income. Then multiply the income by 12 because we want the annual income for the calculation. So this is very important. Many times what happens when we are solving a question in a flow, we forget to multiply the income with the 12 to find the yearly income. Now all the calculations will be on the annual income only in this. Then we have to check the multiplier. Now assuming the age of this person to be less than 25, we have taken the multiplier of 18 and just multiplied this amount with the 18. So the compensation that is arrived is this. It is just an example. Now if the question says add non-pecuniary damages, then you can add 30,000 rupees if he is a bachelor. Okay. And if he is a married person, you can add 70,000 rupees. Clear? Without future prospects, if the question says calculate the compensation without future prospects, only thing that you need to do is take this as 1. Means you have to not take anything here. I am not saying 0 because when you multiply this by 0, the whole thing will become 0. So for if it is saying without future prospects, you need not take this 150% extra. Okay, just take the salary as it is. Then reduce the personal expense. Then multiply it with 12 to find out the annual income. Then multiply it by the factor, the age factor, and you will get the compensation amount. You can see the difference with future prospects and without future prospects. Okay, and then add the non-pecuniary damages is if required or if given in the question. Okay, I have got a lot of questions in the chat box. Let's go to one question. Some of you can start solving it, and while I will check the queries in the chat box and I will start answering it. So this is question number 1. I want all of you to try and write your answers in the chat box. Okay, actual one query is from Mr. Vinish. It is actual salary is what for self-employed. It will be given in the question most of the times. What if the age is less than 30? There is a slab from 25 to 30 and from 15 to 25 also. There is a slab. One more question is what if the age is above 60 years? If age is above 60 years, there is no multiplier to be taken. You can, I think for above 60 also there are 2 tables. Okay. I am answering the question of Miss Rashmi. So the question is what if the age is above 60? If you are talking about this table, multiplier table, there is a slab above 60 also. And if you are talking about this table, there is no future prospects to be taken because there is very less chance of he, increasing his salary after 60 years of age. So no need to take any future prospect of 50%. Next is no FP for age above 60. Okay, already answered by someone. What about non-employed and age above 60? Age above 60, no future prospects. Multiplier as per table. And if he is non-employed, you can take the notional income. What is notional income? I will explain. But generally question will not come without the salary, at least for promotional exam. 1/3 is deduction standard or it is different as per Pranay Sethi. 1/3, there is a table. If he is a bachelor with only parents depending on him, it is half. And it is, if it is parents plus sibling, it is 1/3. It is as per Pranay Sethi case law only. No, 1/3 is from Sarla Verma. Pranay Sethi is about future prospects and non-pecuniary damages. Along with Sarla Verma, like Pranay Sethi, you can say it is a combination of what multipliers are there in Sarla Verma plus future prospects and non-pecuniary damages. Okay, so we have started receiving question answers in the chat box. Let's start solving it. Now, one way was to use the table that you saw in the previous slide. Okay, What I have thought of doing is, see, I thought it will be easier like this. S A D. Now this is without future prospects. So there will be no future prospects. You can write FP and NP. Okay, so there are no future prospects and no non-pecuniary damages in this claim. It is given all very clearly. Now what is S? Why I have written it like this? It is easier to remember for me. When someone dies, it is a sad matter, right? So it is SAD. This is how I remember. Salary, age, dependents. Sad. It's a sad affair, right? If someone dies. Then F stands for future. What will happen with the future of the family? So let us pay at least something. NP is non-pecuniary. There is no shortcut for NP. I could not think of any shortcut for NP. You can think as a no problem, but that will be too much. So we can remember at least one thing. So it is sad, future, and then NP. This is the way how to remember it. Now what is sad? It is salary. Salary is 24,000 multiplied by 12. If it is per month, you directly write 24,000 multiplied by 12. Okay. The age is 38. The multiplier for 38 will be how much? It will be 18, 17, 17 up to say 25, 30, 35, 40, 18, 17, 16, 15. So the multiplier will be 15. Then dependents. There are two dependents, mother and wife. So he is a married person. What we will take? 2 to 3. So the factor was for 2 to 3 dependents. In a married case, it was 1 upon 3. So I write it like this because it is factor minus 1 upon 3, or you have to multiply it with positive 2 upon 3. Right. So multiply by 2 upon 3, and then if there are future prospects, we multiply it with the future prospects. That will be doing it in the next question. For this question, it is this much only. Try to write it in a linear fashion. Okay. The question which was solved earlier was in a vertical way. I try to solve it in a horizontal way. There is a reason for that. Because suppose if I write it like this, some calculation will become simple. So it is now 24,000 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 2 upon 3. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 fours are 12. So it will become 24,000 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 2. Now it depends on you how you want to do it. Now there is a calculator option also there is in the exam. So I will try to open the calculator so that you can see how on-screen calculator looks like. So a calculator will be provided in the exam also. You can do it manually also. It is very simple calculation. So what we will try to do is, one second. It will either open a calculator or a pen. So it will be 24,000 multiplied by, now 15 2s are 30, 3 4s are 12. So it will be 24,000 multiplied by 120. So for this you can use a calculator if it is provided on screen, or you can also multiply it simply if you know. See, for me it is very simple. I take it as 2 into 12. So 12 12s are 144 into 2 288. So without using calculator also you can find the answer. So it will be 288, then 1 2 3 4, 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4. It will become 28 lakhs 80,000 rupees. So this will be the answer, right? I hope the question is clear. It is sad, future, non-pecuniary. SAD, S stands for salary, A stands for age, D stands for dependents. Okay, so most of you have answered it correctly. Let's go to the next question. Now in this question, future prospects, with future prospects and with non-pecuniary damages. Always remember, non-pecuniary damages are to be added, so keep it in the last. Okay, I will also start solving along with you. Again, write the same thing. S A D future NP. Okay, just write plus NP so that you don't multiply this thing. Otherwise, it will be a big figure. So salary is 14,000 into 12. Age is 25. Up to 25. Factor was 18. So multiply by 18. Dependents. Now, mother, father, and younger sister. Not married. So the factor will be 1 by 3 again. Minus 1 by 3. Or in simple words, you can write 2 by 3. Now, how I am arriving at this 2 by 3 is very simple. If it is minus 1, you just say 3 minus 1, 2. So it will become 2 by 3. Multiplied by 2 by 3. Now, future prospects. He is less than 40 years of age. His age is less than 40. His age is 25, right? So if age is less than 40, you have to check whether he is a self-employed. A fruit vendor will be a self-employed person. So this will be, future prospects will be how much? For the age of 25, future prospects will be 40%. So what should we write here? Multiply by 40%. 40% means 40 upon 100. Now, this is what I did while calculating. This is incorrect. You cannot take it 40%. You have to take it 140%. See, this is 40% increase. It is not 40% of salary. It is 40% increase. So we write it like this, 140 upon 100, 140%. Okay, and then plus non-pecuniary damages. Non-pecuniary damages, he is a bachelor. He is not married. So non-pecuniary damages in this case will be how much? 15 plus 15, it will be 30,000 rupees. Right? Let's start solving it. Now this is plus. Drag it up to the last line, okay? Just start calculating it. So let's start cutting. 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 18. This 0 0 cancel out, 0 and this 0 cancel out. First write what is left. 1400 multiply by 12 multiply by 2 multiply by 14. Okay, rest all got cancelled, plus 30,000. Okay, now let's multiply all these things first. I hope you know what a BODMAS is. First multiplication and then addition. Okay, let's multiply all these things. Now 12 twos are, you can do it directly also, or this time let us do it on a calculator. Okay, so this type of calculator will be provided in exam. So you have to use mouse only to do the calculation. 1400 multiply by 12 multiply by 2 multiply by 14 and then click equals to. Okay, I think I have done a mistake. 6 twos are, okay, I have forgot to write this 6. You have to multiply it by 6 also. See, while writing here, I have forgot to multiply it by 6. So it will be 28 lakhs 22,400. This 6 I forgot to write. So it will be 2822,400 plus 30,000. Okay. So now when you add 30,000 to this, what will it become? 2852,400. So it is 28 lakhs 52,400. Correct? So the answer will be C, 28 lakhs 52,400. Any doubt, any questions up to this point? We'll go to next question so that others can start solving that. Okay, so I believe no doubts. Now there can be two reasons for no doubts. One is everything is going above the head, or you're getting everything. Okay, how you took NP 30,000 rupees? Please tell again. Okay, so in non-pecuniary damages, NP is non-pecuniary damages. There were three things. One was loss of estate, 15,000 rupees. Second thing was loss of consortium, that was 40,000 rupees. And third thing was funeral expenses, that was 15,000. So in case of a bachelor, we cannot count the loss of consortium, that is 40,000. So remaining two things is loss of estate 15,000 and funeral expenses 15,000. 15 plus 15, 30. So I took the direct figure of 30. You can remember simple. Bachelor 30,000, married 70,000. As simple as that. Non-pecuniary damages, again I will repeat. Non-pecuniary damages, bachelor 30,000, married 70,000. So let's start solving this question. So SAD will always be there. Okay. It is without future prospects. So a simple question, without future prospects and without non-pecuniary damage. Age is 52. Only wife is the dependent. So the factor is again 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So we will take it 2 by 3. Age is 52. So 52 will be going in what slab? The 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So it will be 50 to 55. Seven numbers you have to count. Starting from the 18. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, then 11. After 13, there is a jump. So it will be 11, right? So we will take this factor as 11. Let's start solving it. Salary 15,000. Multiply by 12 because yearly salary. Age factor is 11. And dependent factor is 2 upon 3. That's it. 3 ones are 3. Then this will become 3 fours are 12. What is left? 15,000 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 2. 4 twos are 8 into 11, 88. 15,000 multiplied by 88. Right? So what will be the answer? Let's use the calculator. 15,000 multiplied by 88. So the answer will become 13,20,000. answer will be 13,20,000. Simple question. Wonderful. So I hope things are getting clear. Because he was electrician, again, it doesn't matter if there are no future prospects or non-pecuniary damages not to be taken. It doesn't matter whether he is electrician or a government employee or a private company employee. Let's go to the next question. Question number 3 or question number 4. Now this question is with future prospects and with non-pecuniary damages. The simple way to remember the table is you write it 2-3 times. This age factor table. And it will get into your mind 100%. Or if you just take the figures after this class also, you just assume the figures by yourself. Salary 50,000, age 49 years, dependence this much, and start solving 2-3 questions. Just make the questions yourself and solve it. So let's start solving this question. Simple. Again, S, A, D. Now future prospects are to be taken. So future and NB. Right? So salary will be 45,000 multiplied by 12. Okay, let's calculate the age. In previous question it was 52, so we came till 55 and we got the 11 as the factor. So this time the factor will be 9. After 11 you have to take the alternate number 9, then dependents. Now wife, son and 2 daughters. So we had 3 slabs for a married person, 2 to 3, 4 to 6 and above 6. Right, so for 2 to 3 it was 1/3. For 4 to 6 it was 1/4. Right, so now there are 4 dependents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 daughters are there. Okay, so just read the question carefully. So it will be 1/4. It means 1/4 for himself. So for family it will be 3/4. 1/4 for me. Out of 4 parts, 1 part is for me, 3 parts for family. So we take it like this, 3/4. And multiplied by, okay, we have taken dependents. Now future prospects. A sales tax inspector will be a government employee. So for government employee who is aged more than 50, so there were 3 brackets, 40 to 50, then more than 40, then 40 to 50, less than 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. It is falling in the last bracket. So what was the percentage for the last? Let's write it here. For less than 40, if he is younger, for less than 40 years it was 50%. Then 40 to 50 it was 30%, and 50 to 60 it was half of this, 15%. So what we will take, 115 upon 100. 15% increase means 100 plus 15, 115 upon 100. Okay, plus non-pecuniary damages 70,000 flat, married 70,000. Correct? So let's solve it. 0 0 cancel, 0 0 cancel. Okay, then 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So the remaining numbers will be 450 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 115 plus 70,000. Now you will thank examiner that he has allowed the calculator. Otherwise, this calculation would have taken at least 15 minutes. Okay, multiplying this much numbers would have taken 15 minutes. Right, so if I want to use less of calculator and simplify it further, I will write 450 into, now 3 3s are 9, 9 9s are 81. I have used this multiplication of these three multiplied by 115. Okay, plus 70,000. Let's use the calculator. $450 multiply by 81 multiply by 115, then equals to, okay, 41,91,750. Now after clicking equals to, you have to click plus 70,000. So answer is 42,61,750. D is the answer. Answer is 42,61,750. Okay, I see most of you are able to solve it correctly. There are already 5-6 answers in the chat box. See, it is very simple, but you have to be very systematic in solving it. You can use the vertical method of what it was given in the slide, or you can use this horizontal method, whichever you feel is easy. Only thing is you have to take everything very carefully. Okay, even if one factor is taken incorrect, you will get some other answer and that will be there in the option and you will tick it. Okay, so the only way to solve these questions is remember the tables perfectly. While taking the factor, apply full focus on the question. Okay, and then go for the calculation. Calculation is the easiest part because there is a calculator now. Most important thing is to take the figures perfectly. If you've taken the figures perfectly, you will get the correct answer. See, I have got one answer in the chat box of B. If you do not add non-pecuniary damages, you will get B as the answer. So this is the difference. The examiner knows how many wrong possibilities are there in the question. All wrong possibilities will also be in the options. So you have to be very careful while choosing the factors. Read the question very carefully. So it is with future prospects. This question was with future prospects and with non-pecuniary damages. So you have to be very careful whether it is written with or without. Next important thing is sales tax inspector, a salaried person or a self-employed person, right? So all these factors are to be chosen very carefully. Once chosen carefully, there will be no ways that the question will go wrong and the answer will be perfect. Your correct, like your marks in this question are 100% sure. There is no way that you can miss on the marks. Coming to the last question of the session. So in this case, it has written student. Neither self-employed nor salaried. But there is no need to think about it because the question is asking without future prospects, right? So there is no need to think more about it. It will be there to confuse you. It will write a student and it will write without future prospects. Even if he writes with future prospects, it doesn't really matter much. You already know the table, how to apply it, you already know. If he's earning something, you can count it as a self-employed. But these kind of questions will not be there in exam, so let us not complicate the things. For a student, the question if a question comes in exams, it will be without future prospects and without non-pecuniary. Okay, already one answer. Good. Let's start solving it. Very easy. S A D. Salary is 8,000 per month. You have to also check whether it is per month or per year. Then age multiplier 18. It is between 15 to 25. So the age multiplier will also be 18. Very first number in the table. And multiplied by dependents. Dependents are parents plus sibling. So he will spend 2/3 on the parents and sibling. One for parent, one for sibling. Out of 3 parts. 1 part on himself and 2 parts on family. Right? Calculation also very simple. 3 ones are 3. 3 6 are 18. So 8,000 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 2. So it will become 8,000 multiplied by 6 2s are 12, 12 12s are 144. So 144 into 8, you can use calculator. If you can calculate it faster, manually you should calculate it faster. No problem. Multiplied by 8. So it will be 1152 and 3 zeros. 1152 and how many zeros are there? 3. 1 2 3. So it will become 11,52,000. Right? So this will be the answer in this case. Perfect. So most of you I see that are able to solve it. Formula is SAD, future, non-pecuniary. So like this you have to solve each and every question. I believe I have been able to do the justice to this subject, and the calculation part, I think it is a bit easier solving it in a horizontal method, but I leave the calculation part to you. The important part, once again I will repeat, just for the sake of people who could not join on the time when I was telling about the table. I'm going again to the table part. So let's revise it. This table is for taking the age multiplier. It will be there in each and every question. Okay. Way to remember is 18, 16, 18 to 13 in a sequence, and then after 13, 11, 9, 7, 5. Okay. Here you can start from 25. Always remember this starts from 15. Start from 25, 25 to 25, then 30, then 35, then 40, like this. Okay. The lower number in this range will be 26, 31, like this. 25 ke baad 26, like this. Personal expenses, easy. Only parent, half, parent plus sibling. 1 part I will be keeping, 2 parts will be for the family. If he is married, then again same thing. 2 to 3 dependents, we start with 1/3, same figure, and then 4 to 6, 1/4, more than 6, 1/5. Coming to the additions that Pranay Sethi did, future prospect table less than 40, you have to start with the 50%. And the next slide will be -10, then 30, 25, and then 15, 10. Correct? Next thing is non-pecuniary damages. For a bachelor, it will be 15,000 plus 15,000, 30,000 flat. For a married, let's add everything, it will become 70,000. So simple, easy to remember. Bachelor 30,000 will be non-pecuniary and married 70,000 will be non-pecuniary. This table you can go through. This is a vertical way to solve it, and what we used is a horizontal way to solve it. So you can revisit this video if you are not able to understand anything out of this. Still, if you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment section. I will try to address it. Now, with this, our today's session is coming to the end. Let's just go to the Google Sheet and check whether there are any queries. So there is just one new entry in this sheet, which is please conduct motor TP sessions online. Okay, already taken. Thank you for your compliments. And also conduct numerical on fire, marine reinsurance. I would have loved to, but again, as I'm not the subject matter expert, it is not really, right on my part to cover those subjects, because if I teach you anything which is not correct, that will not be right. But still, I will try. I will go through it. If I'm confident, same thing, I will try to bring it in front of you all. So any query in the chat box? Let me check for 2 minutes. Can you share the PPTs of all 5 days? It's already there. Everything is on YouTube. If you want it in the PPT form, you won't find the written things on it. I can mail it to you. You can leave your mail ID in the chat box. I can mail it to you. But yes, I will have to check with the AB team for this, like how they will be doing it, or I need to do it. So one query is from Mr. Vinesh. For future prospects, if age is 50 at the time of death, then which age bracket will fall? Okay. So if it is 50, if it is less than the age for future prospect, if it is, let's go to the presentation once again so that everybody can relate what question you are asking. So if the age is flat 50, what is to be done? I don't know the answer to this question. I need to check with the person who is working in the department, what do you take it as a perfect age, and then I will get back to you on the answer of this. Because I don't know the answer, it will not be right on my part to tell you something which I'm not really sure about. Okay, I think I have answered all the queries as far as I can see in the chat box. So thank you for being with me and participating in the solving the questions. It is really nice, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.